Day number 70, we want to take it into a flow of flexibility. Namaste Yogis. So coming up on this episode, the peak posture is going to be the standing split. So I'm just going to roll my mat or unroll my mat, prepare, get a comfortable space. Let's do this. Namaste Yogis.
It's Goga, kinda like yoga. 2 years in the game, 78 postures later, it is clear hip openers are the big boys or girls in yoga. From sitting ones, lunges, squats, goddesses, hamstring stretchers, including the inversions. With this foundation, I'm convinced that we are ready to take a 90-day journey towards the mother of them all. They call it Hanumasana, monkey, or as most of you know it, the splits. Enjoy the ride.
So come into a sitting position and then find yourself lying on your back. Bring the soles of your feet to touch, right hand on your belly, left hand on your chest, and begin to arrive onto the mat, taking a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Trying to bring in that breath again. Exhale, heavy exhale. Slowly bring your knees to touch, planting both feet down on the mat. Grab behind your hamstring, rock and roll up, come into a tabletop position. So coming onto your hands and knees, trying to keep the wrists under the shoulders. Inhale, cow pose. Belly drops down, lifting your heart high. And then exhale, round your back, coming to cat pose. Drawing your chin to your chest like an angry cat here. Inhale, cow, open your chest, dropping your belly down towards the ground, sending the chest forward. Exhale, round your back like a cat here, feeling that nice rounding of the spine. Inhale, cow once again, looking up towards the ceiling or the sky above you, and exhale, coming to cat pose. One more inhale into cow pose, and then exhale into cat. Very good poses just to be able to stretch the spine. Come back to your neutral spine, and then so that you can take puppy dog pose. So keep your hips above your knees, and then walk your hands up front, and then so that you can reach your hands forward, melting the chest towards the ground. So you can let the forehead come to the ground, or maybe rest your chin down on the ground as you feel that nice stretch of the spine, melting the heart towards the ground. Puppy pose. Very good shoulder opener, by the way. It's also good posture just to be able to stretch the spine. And it's just a good way of us just warming up the upper body before we get into the practice. Puppy pose. Find your way back into tabletop. You'll feel some sensation there on the shoulders. Tuck your toes under, lift your hips up, and take downward facing dog. Let's start our flow for today. Inhale, sweep your right leg up towards the sky. Come into low lunge, so that you can rise up into high lunge or crescent warrior, arms overhead, gazing up towards your thumbs, hands down on the ground, so that you can spring forward into a bow. Halfway lift, flat back, look forward. Exhale, fold forward. Come into chair pose, Utkatasana. Lift your hands up overhead. Long breath out. Biceps alongside the ears. Drawing your shoulder blades, towards each other, so that you can bow forward into a forward fold. Halfway lift, looking forward, flat back. Take a Vinyasa, jump into low push-up or Chaturanga. Upward facing dog, look up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Left leg goes up towards the sky. Come into low lunge on this other side. Come into high lunge. Hands overhead, gazing towards your thumbs. Hands down on the ground, spring forward, fold forward. Come into halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, dive in. Chair pose, Utkatasana. Lift your hands alongside the ears. Exhale. One more breath here, feeling that burn on the legs. Bow forward. halfway lift, flat back, hands down. Take a vinyasa, jump, coming into low push-up, up dog, downward facing dog, exhale, exhale, exhale. Right leg goes up towards the sky, bring it down towards between your hands, come into high lunge once again, open into warrior two, opening your arms out like a T, so that you can take peaceful warrior. Left hand goes back, right hand up, feeling that nice side stretch on the right side of the body. And then straighten the front knee, and so that you can take triangle pose, trikonasana, stacking the shoulders on top of each other, gazing towards the left thumb. Inhale, find peaceful warrior once again, right hand sweeps high, and then so that you can wheel your hands down on the ground, coming into halfway lift, flat back, exhale, bow forward. Chair pose once again, bending those knees, lifting those hands, and then just gazing up or just gaze forward, bow forward. Halfway lift, so that you can take a vinyasa, coming into high push-up, low push-up, open the chest, upward facing dog, downward facing dog, exhale. Left leg flies up, come into low lunge once again, come into high lunge of the crescent warrior, open into warrior two arms, gazing towards your left middle finger, reverse that warrior, left hand up, right hand back, feeling that side stretch, stretch the front neck, take triangle pose, gazing towards your right thumb, opening the chest. You can even support it as high as possible, so that you can reach up and take peaceful warrior once again, and then cartwheel your hands down, spring the back leg, come into forward fold. Flat back, inhale, so that you can fold forward, pressing your palms down. Chair pose once again, just to warm up the legs here, palms touch. Inhale, exhale, and you want to tuck your tailbone in instead of sticking your butt out, bow forward, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, take a vinyasa, jump, come into chaturanga, open the chest, upward facing dog, downward facing dog, exhale, exhale, exhale. Right leg floats up once again, bring it between your hands into low lunge, so that you can come into full crescent lunge here, drop your left knee down, and then so that you can open your elbows out wide, coming into half angel, reaching your heart up, opening your anahata chakra here, reach your head back, feeling that nice back bend. Take your hands up once again, come into half angel once again, and then so that you can lift up into high lunge, open into warrior two, come into the ninja squat on the left side. So you lean towards the left side, come into a side lunge here, and if possible you can release your hands and so that you can balance, bend your right knee, and so that you can take extended side angle, reaching the left hand above your ear, and so that you can bring your palms to touch as you keep bending the front knee even more, feeling that nice stretch. Take peaceful warrior once again, and so that you can take triangle pose, trikonasana once again. Inhale and exhale. Peaceful warrior once again, open the chest. Stay here with this stretch, and then so that you can take your hands down, spring the back leg off the ground and come into standing split. And so that you can grab even your standing foot, and so that you keep gazing towards your middle, your toes, and so that you can even bow forward, and then lift that leg up towards your chest, hands to your heart center, cross your left leg on the right, and then take your left hand under, eagle pose on the left side. Keep sinking your hips down just the way we did chair pose, trying to keep the legs as one unit as you sink lower, hands away from the face. Stay here balancing, and then so that you can rise up slowly, unlock that leg and come into tree pose. I'll just switch here so that you guys can see what I'm doing. Hands to your heart center, balance on a tree. Make sure you're keeping the foot above the knee or below the knee. Don't balance it on the knee to protect yourself, so that you can bow forward. And then from here separate, so that you can crisscross and take your left leg behind the right, halfway lift, and then bow forward. Feel that nice juicy stretch on the entire left hamstring as you bow forward. It's a very good posture for the inner hamstrings. And cross the legs, come into halfway lift, exhale, bow forward. Take chair pose once again, lifting those hands tall towards the sky. Inhale, exhale, bow forward once again, halfway lift, flat back, so that you can take the left leg back, come into high lunge. We're avoiding chaturanga here, taking those hands, and then take your right hand back, left hand forward, open arm twists, and just keep bending with the front knee, feeling that nice twist and stretch of the shoulders. And then see whether you can shorten the distance between the legs and come into twisted pyramid. So right leg forward, left leg slightly apart, creating a pyramid shape with your legs, and then gaze towards your right thumb. Take a vinyasa from here, hands down on the ground, come into chaturanga, elbows bent, upward facing dog, lift up, tops of the feet down, downward facing dog, exhale, exhale, exhale. Take your left leg up very gently, come into low lunge, dropping your knee down, take your hands up into full crescent or half crescent, open your half angel wings, dropping your head back, opening your heart to possibilities, freedom, love, compassion on day number 70, taking those hands up towards the sky, half angel once again, and then take your hands up so that you can rise up into high lunge, and then find warrior 2 on this other side, gazing towards the left, and then take skandasana, or the pose of war, on the right knee. So you bend into the right knee, find your ninja squat, shift your weight towards the left side, come into side angle, resting your left elbow on your left thigh, stretch your right hand up, see that the palms can meet as you keep bending forward. Take peaceful warrior once again, stretching the side of the body, and then so that you can take trikonasana, rest here for a bit, gazing towards your right thumb, opening the chest, inhale and exhale. Bend your knee once again, take peaceful warrior, opening the chest, and then windmill your hands down so that you can take the right leg up, finding standing split. Totally drop your head to meet your knee, and so that you can even test your balance here by grabbing both hands. And then lift the right knee towards your chest, hands to your heart center, cross the right leg over the left, and then take the right hand under, and then keep sinking lower into eagle pose. Very nice balancing posture by there, and also stretching those inner thighs as you sink a little bit lower. And then slowly lift that leg up once again, come into tree pose. I'll give you a back view here. So I press that foot against my left thigh, hands to my heart center, keep reaching up. You can take your hands into high prayer, and then gently release, bow forward. Now cross your opposite ankle, left ankle or right ankle crosses the left. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bow forward. Now you'll feel this stretch now on your entire right hamstring as you bow forward. Very good posture. And cross your legs, come into a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, come up, bow forward. Chair pose, Utkatasana, bending your knees, probably one of the last chairs. Sinking your hips a little bit lower, pulling your belly in, bow forward. Come into halfway lift, flat back. Take your right leg back, and then come into a lunge, taking your hands up alongside the ears. And then now you're going to take your left hand back, right hand forward, open arm twist. Keep sinking your hips a little bit lower, gazing towards your left thumb. Feeling that nice twist. Take your hands down, and then gently shorten the distance with your right. Take twisted pyramid, creating a pyramid shape here with your legs, gazing towards the opposite or the lifted arm. Take your hands, walk back and come into chaturanga. Open the chest, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Right leg up towards the sky. Come into low lunge once again. See that you can take arms overhead, open into half angel wings, opening your chest, the anahata chakra here, or the heart center. And then come into high lunge, taking those hands up and the knee off the ground, open into warrior 2. Take skandasana on this other side, leaning towards the left knee. And then take extended side angle on this side, pressing your right hand down, left hand up. You can even find a bind if it's there for you by sliding the right hand under your thigh like that. And then keep opening the chest. Take peaceful warrior once again, and then left leg straight, triangle pose. Taking your left hand high up towards the sky. Inhale. And then so that you can reach your right hand forward, and so that you can take the opposite hand, Reverse the warrior once again, feeling a stretch here. And then hands to your heart center. Coming into warrior 3. So spring with your back leg and just see that you can find your balance, gazing down. Hands to your heart center, flexing your lifted foot. Standing foot is strong. And then so that you can bring that knee towards your chest. Cross that leg on top of the right into eagle pose, left hand under. And then so that you can even take sleeping eagle. The elbows can meet the knee like in a crunch. Lift your elbows again. Lift that knee again and come into tree pose on this other side. Find stillness here for a bit. Release the leg and bow forward. So cross the left ankle behind the right once again. Halfway lift, exhale, bow forward. Feel that nice juicy stretch on the entire left hamstring as they lengthen, as you bow forward even a little bit more. And cross the legs. And then we're going to do Padangusthasana. So with your, measure the distance between your feet, and then with your 2-piece fingers, grab your big toes, halfway lift, look forward, exhale, bow forward. So you're drawing the elbows outwards as you melt your chest down towards the earth. And just stay here, keep pulling the chest down. Release the posture, toe heel your feet to touch, halfway lift, flat back, exhale, bow forward. Chair pose once again, lift your hands alongside the ears, and then stay here for a bit. Bring your hands to your heart center, and then you're going to take a twist. So you're going to bring the right elbow to your left knee. Let's start with the left side. Left tricep comes to your right knee, and then you keep twisting. Create nice prayer hands here, pressing those hands against your chest as you find a twist. Release into a forward fold, exhaling everything out. Halfway lift, flat back, and then come into low lunge. So take your left leg back, and then take your hands up, and then so that you can twist, open arm twist once again on this side, and then take pyramid pose. So now shorten the distance between your legs, pressing your hands to the floor. Inhale, halfway lift, and then exhale, bow forward. So you want your hips to be squared by pointing both feet down towards the same direction. Bow forward, feeling that nice stretch on both hamstrings, especially the front hamstring. Pyramid pose. Trying to keep the sacrum or the tailbone flat there. Twisted pyramid. Now you take your left hand down, right hand goes up, and that is what we call the twisted pyramid. Very good posture also, just be able to give you a bit of twist. Rise up, come into star pose, palms touch overhead, and then so that you can fold forward. Widen your legs as wide as possible. Take your legs as wide as possible. And then the trick is that we're going to see whether you can bring our forearms down or bring the crown of the head down. Otherwise, you can grab both sides of the legs. Prasarita Padottanasana A. Gently release. Toe heel, shortening the distance between your legs. Take your right leg up. Drop your left knee down. And then come into half Hanuman or half split. So keep your hips above your left knee, and then so that you can bow forward. So this is the split we are going to just stick to on this day number 70, so that you can bow forward towards the knee. Plant your palms and take a vinyasa. So chaturanga here, elbows bent, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Good job. Left leg lifts up. Come into low lunge once again. Come into crescent lunge, open into your half angel wings. Chest is open. See whether you can even take a deeper back bend here. Inhale, rise. Come into that full high lunge. Open into warrior 2, gazing towards the left middle finger. Take that skandasana or the pose of all the ninja squat towards the right side. And then shift your weight forward towards the left, taking extended side angle. Left hand down, right hand up, so that you can find a bind as I'm doing here. And then rotate your chest opening towards the sky. Feeling that nice stretch. Take peaceful warrior once again. And then straighten the front knee and take Trikonasana or the triangle posture. Gazing towards the right thumb. Breathing in and breathing out. Lift the bottom up so that it can meet the upper arm, feeling that nice side stretch on the body. Rotate the chest, come into star pose. Very beautiful transition there. Open into warrior 2 once again and take hands to your heart center. We are going to spring forward, come into crescent legs, and then shift weight forward coming into warrior 3, flexing the right foot down towards the ground. You can even open your hands towards the back and then lift your chest up. Warrior 3 or aeroplane, cross your right leg on top of the left in eagle pose from here. And then so that you can take triples on this right side. Let me switch sides so that you guys can see what I'm doing here. Inhaling and exhaling, hands to your heart center. You can take your hands into high prayer. Release into a forward fold. Cross the right ankle outside the left. Inhale halfway. Exhale, bow forward. Feeling that nice stretch on the right hamstring in entirety. Drop your head down towards the ground and cross your legs. Bow forward. And then so that you can take gorilla pose. So you're going to slide your palms under your heels. And then make sure that your toes can touch your wrists. And then so that you can open the elbows outwards as you bow forward. You can even try to lift one heel at a time and see what that looks like. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bow forward. Chair pose once again. Lift up your hands alongside the ears. Stay here for the inhale. Exhale. Hands to your heart center. Take a twist towards the opposite side. So we twisted towards the left earlier, so now we're going to twist towards the opposite side. So right tricep comes to the left thigh, and then keep pressing those hands as you gaze up, feeling that nice twisting of the torso as you keep looking towards the sky or the ceiling above you or wherever you're practicing. Release into a forward fold, exhaling everything out. Halfway lift, flat back. So that you can take your right leg back, coming into a lunge, low lunge. Take your high lunge, hands alongside the ears, and then open the wide arm twist. So taking the left hand back, right hand forward, and then hands down, shorten the distance between the legs, coming into pyramid pose. Halfway lift, exhale, bow forward, melting your torso towards the front leg in entirety. Pyramid pose, very good pose to just work the hamstrings here. Feeling that nice stretch now on the left leg. You can even grab behind your right. Take twisted pyramid, so you take your right hand down, left hand flies up, and then find a twist here, keeping the tailbone flat. And then front toes pivot in, come into star pose, palms touch at the back, arms high, exhale, fold forward. So take your hands down on the mat, and then you're going to drop your crown chakra, or the crown of the head down on the ground. And you can maybe stretch your hands towards the back. And then gently, see that you can shortly come out of the posture by bringing your feet closer. And then let's shift our weight towards the left, coming into half Hanuman or the half split on the left. Inhale, gaze forward, exhale, bow forward, and see that your knee can meet that head. Bowing forward, feeling that nice juicy stretch on the entire left hamstring. Slowly take a Vinyasa, plant your arms down, take Chaturanga. Upward facing dog, lift up. Downward facing dog, exhale, exhale, exhale. Oof. Drop your knees down and slowly make your way onto line on your back. Oof. Quite a flow. So now you're going to gently keep your knees bent, and then I want you to stretch your legs forward, and so that you can slide your palms under your buttocks, and then so that you can lift the chest up and then drop the crown of the head down. Fish pose, Matsyasana. Feel the throat stretch here as the crown of the head rests on the mat very gently. And you can even keep lifting your chest even higher. Fish pose is a very good posture also just to be able to ease the lower back. And it's also one of the exercises that gets to work your throat and also the crown of the head. And it's also like a nice mini back bend here. It's also opening up the chest and you're pointing your toes. Tuck your chin in, lower your torso down. Press your feet down on the mat. Relax here for a bit. Happy baby pose. Draw both knees towards your chest. Let them be wider than the rib cage. So I'm going to adjust here for a bit so that you guys can see what I'm doing. So pull the ass. Once you take your elbows as wide as your rib cage, look at how you can grab the sides of the feet and relax here. Try to keep the tailbone down as you relax on the floor for a moment. And you can gently like swing yourself from side to side just to give the spine a bit of a massage. Inhaling and exhaling. And just take rest here for a bit, taking stock of the practice and its triforce and what it has been. Release slowly by hugging your knees towards your chest. Try to bring the forehead to meet your knees. Stretch the legs forward, laying the legs long. Bringing your hands alongside your body, palms facing up. Relax everything from the crown of the head to the toes. Make sure you're not forcing the breath. You just want to find ease in this posture right now. You've already been flowing. Now give yourself the gift of rest. Oof. Inhaling and exhaling. And this is the practice for day number 70, resilience, as we usher a new regime, because we have 20 days left to go. So we are going to be pushing ourselves for the next 20 days just to be able to finish this practice. So just connect to the earth, feel supported by the ground underneath you. You are here now. And this is the goal of the practice. One of the foremost gurus says, practice, practice, and all will come. So we've been working on this for the last 70 days, and this is the stock of our work. And that's what you want to assess for the last bit of this challenge. So let's start to wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers. You can make circles with your wrists, make circles with your ankles. You can even bring your feet to touch. Stretch your hands above your head. Give yourself a nice morning stretch. Draw your knees towards your chest. Rock up and coming into sitting. Crisscross your legs into easy sit, or you can take half lotus. Bring your hands to your heart center. We're going to finish our practice with 3 deep breaths. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more breaths like that on your own. Namaste. Have a lovely weekend. I will see you on day number 71.